good on me, doesn't it?
Oh, better every year. This is an occasion. Wear your Sunday hat.
On Wednesday? Are you losing your mind?
But this is your big day.
And I've been waiting for it for 25 years. And now that it has come, I'm going to meet it with my head and knock my hat.
Good morning, Miss Stanton. Good morning, Miss Matthews.
Good morning, Elliot.
Oh, teacher, did you hear? Jerry Carnes was arrested for stealing. My mother says her mother drinks something terrible.
Did it ever occur to you why children call you wet mouth?
Yes, ma'am. Because I always mind my mother and tell the truth.
When was Jerry arrested?
They took her to the station just a few minutes ago. She wasn't even crying. My mother says she's a hardened criminal.
Tell your mother that tomorrow we celebrate the birth of Christian Murphy. Merry Christmas.
Oh, don't start anything. The day of all days.
Ah.
Okay, Frisker. What school do you go to?
PS 137.
PS 137. Whose class are you in?
Miss Stanton.
Oh, Lady Ironsides. Don't you know better than to bring one of her kids in here?
I didn't know she was in her class.
Good morning, gentlemen. And I see you've taken the precaution to frisk the desperate prisoner.
Well, it isn't one of my pupils they caught stealing.
Has it occurred to you, Sergeant, that treating children like criminals is liable to make them into criminals?
It certainly has not.
Well, what's the crime wave all about?
She hooked a pair of skates.
Oh, I needed him for a Christmas present.
You must love someone very much to take that trouble and risk.
You bet.
The right spirit, but the wrong method. Who did you want them for, Jerry?
For myself.
For yourself?
I made up in my mind that this was one Christmas that old Santa Claus wasn't going to pass me up.
Well, a child has overworked the spirit of the season, but after all, tomorrow is Christmas.
Yes, but what that tough kid needs is...
A woman's touch.
She needs a term in the reform school. Now, see here. You're not going to get me into a jam by snatching my prisoners from my custody. I've got to report this to the commissioner.
And we'll corroborate the fact that it was done over your dead body. Come, Geraldine.
Hey, Sarge, do I have to go with her?
Well, yes, I guess you better.
I'd rather go to jail.
Jerry, come along.
Good morning.
Good morning, Billy.
He's here.
Who is here?
The superintendent of the schools, himself, personal.
Oh, dear.
Oh!
Now, don't make a spectacle of yourself. Jerry, wait for me in the classroom.
Oh, I am so glad for you, Miss Matthews, because it happens to your best friend. I hope someday it happens to you.
Oh, Gilly, you're a sweet boy.
Is this Miss Stanton's class?
Yeah.
It's just the same. Hasn't changed a bit. A goldfish bowl, a statue of Mercury, and a geranium. Just the same. The bust of Lincoln. Lincoln is her god. She made him our god, too. And there's that same desk. How I used to shake inside of me when she called me to it.
You? Was you?
Yes, I was a pupil in this class 12 years ago. And now I'm coming back to this same school to be a teacher. Isn't that wonderful?
What's wonderful about it? When I get out of this darned old school, I'll walk around the block so I won't even have to pass it.
You took the words right out of my mouth 12 years ago. This was my seat. I used to sit here and look out the window wishing I were free. Good morning, teacher.
Why, Ellen Telford, what are you doing here?
Aren't you the fraud? Didn't you pull wires to get me appointed to the school so you could boss me? You know, of course, she's going to be the new principal.
Holy mackerel. Wait till the gang hears about this.
Don't count your paychecks before they're cashed. This wasn't your seat, that was yours.
Oh, what a memory.
Have you reported to Dr. Winters yet?
Oh, I forgot all about it.
Then you'd better do so at once.
All right, darling. See you later.
Well, Jerry, We had a white Christmas last year. This looks like a black and blue one for you.
I got a headache already.
There's just two things we can do about it. One is send for your father.
What's the other?
Not send for him.
That's the one that stands in honest.
Now, what's honest about it?
Well,
Now, look here, Jenny. If I give you this chance, you got to play fair. No double-crossing me. Remember, what you do from now on is on my conscience. It is my sin.
Yes, ma'am.
So whenever you're tempted, forget it and remember me.
I will, Miss Stanton.
Now, run off to your seat. Good morning, children.
Good morning, teacher.
Well, Boom Boom, how'd you come out in the crap game? Judging by your knuckles, betcha, you must have made at least 7 passes. Palmistry is fascinating, isn't it? I see a deserted house. Little hands ripping out lead piping. Police are investigating. I wonder if they will find the culprits. I don't care a hoot about you, but I'll be darned if I'm going to have your parents' Christmas spoiled. Well, suppose we devote a moment to meditation. Has anyone found a solution?
I know who did it.
Yes, we all do. The question is, what's to be done about it?
Who do you want us to see, huh?
The owner lives at 110 2nd Avenue. The name is Harris. I have told them to expect a committee with a reconstruction program.
Okay, we'll be there.
Hurry, darling. They want you in the principal's office.
Boom Boom, take charge of the class. We will review the poem Thanatopsis.
Yes, ma'am.
See that you do it.
Yes, ma'am.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
They sent for us to meet the new principal.
Uh-huh.
For once in your life, make a good impression.
All right, Grandma.
Will you go right in, Miss Stanton?
Good morning, Miss Stanton. Come in.
Good morning, Dr. McIntyre.
Hello, Agatha. Would you sit down?
Thank you.
Miss Stanton, may I present Mr. Arnold?
How do you do?
How do you do?
Well, gentlemen, do sit down.
As you know, Mr. Wentworth is leaving us today.
Grover, when you develop a clergyman's cough, I know that you have something unpleasant to say. What is it?
Oh, it's merely a routine matter.
Yes, you see,
To be sure, your seniority, Miss Stanton, would ordinarily entitle you to be appointed principal, but...
you're not as young as you were, Agatha.
But the Board of Education has decided that a younger, more modern principal...
And Mr. Arnold, I take it, is the younger and more...
Yes. You see, we thought that you, will you tell her, please?
The school is to be completely modernized by Mr. Arnold.
Yes, well, what is the implication?
May I?
Yes.
Mr. Wentworth and Dr. McIntyre have been associated with you for so many years.
And
that
so
it-
they have passed the buck to a stranger. Well, out with it.
Well, it isn't easy for them to suggest that you retire.
Retire? Did you say retire? To me?
You're eligible for your pension, Agatha.
Pension? Retire? Gentlemen, I'll fight you to a standstill on that.
Well, I suggested it for
Yes,
several
you
reasons.
suggested
Please.
it.
My plans for modernizing the school call for a younger and, may I say, more flexible personnel.
Flexible is an excellent synonym for spineless, Mr. Arnold.
Well, be that as it may, I've gone over your record with Mr. Wentworth and Dr. McIntyre. And may I sum it up by saying that you'd be hard to handle.
Oh.
You'd want to run me, and I'd want to run the school. I couldn't afford to start out with you as a handicap.
But there's a more serious matter involved.
Yes, the Parents' League want you removed.
The police charge that you constantly interfere with their enforcement of the law.
We beg you to protect your old age. Accept your pension before you lose it.
Gentlemen, I love a good scrap. So far as I am concerned, school still keeps. A Merry Christmas to you.
Ladies, I want you to meet your new principal, Mr. Arnold.
Rover, did you let this happen?
Well, you see,
You missed the point.
It was done in
Well,
her...
her seniority entitles her
But in
to.
this case, you see,
Agatha Stanton's given her life to this school, and you...
if you're her friend, you'd better advise her to retire on her pension.
What is it? Are you afraid she'll show you up?
Ellen.
you see,
Gentlemen, if I may call you that under the circumstances,
Miss Matthews, you...
I'm going to say my bit notwithstanding. You've done something unpardonable.
I take full responsibility for everything that's happened.
Miss Stanton. I want to thank you for these skates.
Never mind. Never mind. Charge it up to Santa Claus.
Well, Merry Christmas.
See that you deserve it. Now.
I don't want to be a teacher if that's the way they reward you for a lifetime of work.
You mustn't feel that way about it, Ellen. This is my fight, and mine only. You keep out of it. Now, mind.
And there's a heck of a lot of fight left of the old girl yet, if you ask me. And you can start right in now feeling sorry for Bruce Arnold.
Yay, woman.
You're both so wonderful.
Run along. I'll see you tomorrow at dinner.
All right. Goodbye.
Goodbye, Charles.
Goodbye.
Yeah.
You old phony. Snap out of it.
Come on, let's go on home and give our cats their Christmas presents.
No! Say, you got off that during Christmas vacation, didn't you?
Shut up, Wet Mouth. You know what you'll get.
Oh, you crook!
Heat! Heat! Crook! Come here! Crook! Crook! Heat! Come back here! Police! Crooks, Alexis, it's no wonder the country is going to the dogcatchers.
If that little crook is anywhere, she'll sure be in this class.
I'll break his back any place.
Oh, pardon me. I thought this was Miss Stanton's class.
It is. She's in the principal's office.
But this here man wants to identify a boy that swiped some things from his store.
That's right.
Children?
Aha! You're trying to fool me into bargain, eh?
I didn't do it. Take your hands off him at once.
Why, he's a crook. He robbed me in broad daylight.
Put him down.
But he's under arrest.
You aren't taking that boy without talking to Miss Stanton first. Come, Elliot. O'Shea, take charge of the class, please. Somebody else wiped the stuff. I caught her.
Who?
I don't know her name.
I see you do it.
All right, come on. Sorry to put in like this, but this teacher won't surrender this boy without Miss Stanton's okay.
Now, What is it?
He's a highway robber.
What, Elliot? Nonsense.
What's he caught him with the goods?
3 goods.
I didn't take the stuff.
He's a liar. Besides, I caught him with my own eyes.
Can I see Miss Stanton? I'm bringing these back. I don't deserve them.
I see.
Sarge, you got the wrong guy. It was me who caught the stuff.
Say, who's crazy here? I caught him with the goods in his own hand.
Yeah, but he caught me first. I beat him, see?
Well, because of that, you go to jail.
Yeah. I couldn't go on. I couldn't put a sin on you, Miss Stanton.
Aren't you sorry you stole?
I don't want to talk about it.
Say, who's mad here? I was the one who got robbed.
Who on you?
That's enough out of you. They don't come no tougher.
Kids like her should never be born.
Come on.
Wait a moment.
See, I've got business to tend to.
All right, Sakurakas. But be in the children's court at 9 o'clock tomorrow morning to sign the complaint.
I'll sign her away for life for this. Ex-Alexis.
Jerry, what did you steal?
A lot of canned goods.
Such as?
Beans. Soup. A bottle of chicken noodles. And a couple of other things.
Oh, my goodness, that's a meal for a family. Were you that hungry?
No, I wasn't hungry.
Well, why in the name of all reason did you do it?
Just for the heck of it, I guess.
Wasn't there anything to eat in the house? Wasn't there?
There was so.
Everybody knows her mother spends all her money for liquor.
Why you, Mom?
Stop it.
He don't want my mother. He don't want my mother.
Well, this child should be in a reform school.
And if Miss Stanton hadn't got her off when she stole before, that's just where she'd be. Come on, we better be going, Jerry.
Wait a moment.
But you can't square this, Miss Stanton.
Jerry, you owe me something.
Yes, I do.
Then tell me all about it. It may help your mother.
Don't you believe that, Rat? Why, she's the finest mother in the world.
And you did it to help your mother.
She didn't know. She didn't know I stole the groceries. I lied to her. I swear it I did. I told her Brink was the good guy. And he put it on the books. And so help me. You know I wouldn't lie to you.
And it isn't easy for you to tell, is it?
The Bob's fortune wouldn't drink no more. And I didn't want Bob to know he was all gone. See? And he knows if there wasn't no supper for him, wouldn't he? He'd have left Mom. He said he would have. Don't you see why I had to help Mom? I had to! Will you people do me a big favor? Please. Don't tell anybody what I told you. Because it wouldn't do anybody any good.
We won't, dear.
I guess that's all.
Sergeant Abbott, would you mind waiting outside for a few moments?
Certainly, Miss Stanton.
Well, do we dump that child into the sewer?
Well, it does get you, of course. But are we, after all, running a reform school?
Well, that's just the point.
The child's home is an improper one. A mother who spends all their money for drink. It's out of our province, really.
Mr. Arnold, there's something I want you to know. May I have a minute alone, please?
Well, of course.
Will you?
Certainly.
Yes, Miss Arthur?
Do you think I have the makings of a pretty good teacher, Mr. Arnold?
Well, yes, decidedly.
Well, that child, Jerry, tough as she is, well, she's the living image of what I was less than 12 years ago.
You, Miss Arthur?
I was arrested once, too.
Well, not really.
And yet, I think I got ambitious and grabbed a whole bunch of bananas.
A wholesale bandit, eh?
Oh, but this isn't funny. Suppose old Ironsides hadn't then send me away. I wouldn't be here now. I couldn't be a teacher. Not with a police record.
That would have been a great loss to me. To us.
I've told you about myself, hoping you'll help us give that kid a chance.
Well, I'd like to, but how?
Old Ironsides is the best fix in America. Let's ask her. Thanks. Agatha, Prudence.
Miss Southard has convinced me that we should help that youngster.
Really?
Oh!
But how do we proceed?
Oh, leave this one to me. I have a way with men, even if I say so myself.
Prudence.
Oh, Auntie, don't hem and haw at me. You take care of the cop. I'm going out and put Tilly to work. Sergeant Abbott, you're the nicest kind of a man. You should be a father.
Yeah? Maybe you ought to be telling that to me 8 kids.
Well, my compliments to the missus.
Well, I guess we better be going.
Oh, Sergeant. I think perhaps you'd better let the child stay here until...
What, have they got you that way already? Well, of course, we don't like to be arresting kids,
But I'll guarantee to produce Jerry in court any time you want it.
All right, but don't forget, you're responsible.
Right.
And as for you, you keep your nose clean after this. You know, this ain't going to be no picnic.
Listen, fella, you've got a job to do, and that's why you can't go to jail. You're needed at home to keep things together, see? And we know you can do it.
Suppose you call it a day, Jenny. Don't forget your skates.
But are you sure this Greek grocer will listen to you?
Sure, we are brothers. We belong to the same burying lodge. He and I, and we're going to be buried next to each other.
How chummy.
Yes. You see, I haven't got to no wife to be buried next to from me.
Oh, well, we'll have to do something about that.
Oh, please.
But in the meanwhile, I want you to square this with Mr. Zacharakis.
Sure, I go right down now. I fix him up fine.
Hot and sweet potatoes, turn them into marmalade. Hot chocolate, honey island winners, lemonade.
Everything's all right. That's right.
Oranges, apples, oranges, apples.
Jerry! Send for a doctor. Oh, there must be some way to stop this.
Oh, what can we do?
The children have to play.
Isn't there a way?
Oh, how can we stop it? Stop it? We will stop it.
What's the matter? Can they pay the rent? Is they all being dispossessed again?
on, let's get through here. What is it, picnic?
You want us to throw you out?
Yeah, let's throw them out. Come on, get them out.
Yeah?
Yeah?
Yeah. You tell who's her?
Hey, you start something, I'll show you.
You let my boys alone.
Boys? I thought they were your grandson.
I push you did right and you shoot. Me too.
Hey, I'm back. Take us a fight.
Come on, please, let us get... We show them.
We showed him.
But why?
That's what I want to know. Why? Oh, perché sen.
Let's get out of here.
Oh, take it easy, boys. You know that old tartar. Well, I didn't know the street was your private property, Miss Stanton. Would I be after arrest the truck drivers for trespassing?
Why don't you cops get him out of there? We want to come through.
Yeah, hurry up. Come on. Pipe down. Shut up. Stop those horns.
Thank you, Sergeant, for keeping order.
What is this?
Van Larceny. She hiked the city street.
Miss Stanton, will you explain?
Now, don't let her talk you out of it. Remember, you're her principal, and you'll get the blame. Will you get that crowd back? Come on, get him back. Come on, get him back there. I'll be boiled in oil if I know what to do.
There ought to be a law.
Oh, what's the use? Come on.
Now, you started this. Call it off.
But Bruce...
Now, Ellen, this is indefensible.
Oh, but Agatha always has a good reason.
Reason? Why, it's a mad riot.
What is it this time?
Mr. Arnold, the mothers are teaching the city fathers
Teaching them what?
that if they will not protect our children, we will.
Oh, Bruce, it's a wonderful idea.
Ellen, it'll make me the laughingstock of the town. I'm responsible, after all.
Take a chance. Let them laugh. They'll end up with a cheer for Bruce Arnold.
I'm certainly letting you get me into things.
You are the first kid that the principal let her go from the school, eh?
I'll be okay in no time. Thanks, pal.
I never be. Hey, look, it looks just like a Coney Island.
Willie, football and everything.
You break the leg for them, huh? It is worth it.
Yeah, but why pick on me?
Now remember, children, cramming is no way to pass an examination. I suggest a light supper and early to bed.
Yes,
teacher. Now do your best, and goodbye.
Bye, teacher.
Goodbye.
Bye.
Goodbye. Goodbye.
Here are the examination questions, darling.
Oh, thank you, dear.
Mr. Arnold said the nicest things about the test you prepared, dear.
Yeah?
Oh, Miss Harper.
Yes?
Could you step in for a moment, please?
Why, yes, of course. Is this in the curriculum?
Well, I hope I pass, teacher. I've been studying weeks for this.
Bruce,
Shouldn't I?
should you?
Well, I know it's highly improper for the principal to be making love to the youngest and prettiest teacher in the school. Scandalous, in fact. You mind?
Not at all.
Well, aren't you brazen?
Well, what do you expect of a girl with my terrible past?
Well, you wouldn't expect a man in my position to marry a girl who's been all the things that you've been.
That's what I get for confessing.
Your confession was one of the most marvelous things that ever happened to me.
Was it, Bruce?
Didn't you see me falling head over heels in love? Right on the spot.
Did you get the examination papers all right?
What examination papers?
You've got them in your pocket. Hand them over. You didn't miss anything, did you?
I couldn't help it. What?
Why couldn't you?
The door was locked.
Well, why didn't you go through the principal's office?
I couldn't. They were in there.
Who were in there?
The principal and the substitute teacher.
What's that?
You know, the one everyone says is your pet.
What are you getting at?
Well, I didn't want to see him hugging and kissing and...
Oh!
Oh, stand up and stop.
Oh, and see how quick you can take that filth back.
Strike me dead if I'm lying, Miss Stanton. This minute.
Elliot. Oh, don't be afraid, child. I'm not going to hit you. I shouldn't have struck you before. I was wrong. Look at me, Elliot.
Yes, ma'am.
A teacher is always in a tough spot because their jobs are, well, you can understand.
Yes, I can.
Think of this young girl. Her good name is so important to her.
But she confessed to him herself. And he said he couldn't marry her because of her terrible past. And then she cried, and he laughed at her. Well, I'm only telling the truth, and I didn't want to tell unless I had to. Well, I got to go home and study for exams, even though I feel sure of passing.
Yes.
Oh, teacher, do I have to tell my mother? Okay, Mom's the word.
Elliot. Elliot, what are you up to?
Nothing.
Face me when you talk to me.
Do you hear me? Oh, my dear. What happened? Oh, it's nothing. Nothing but your eye, dear, your eye. Oh, it's only a piece of beefsteak. Look.
Beefsteak?
Yeah, Boom Boom said it had sucked up the shiner.
Oh, so you were fatty.
No, I wasn't. I was in the school all the time.
So you were kept in, were you? What happened? How did you get hurt? Why were you kept in?
I was only talking to the teacher about the exams, yeah.
Did that vicious old thing hit you?
No.
What did she hit you with?
hit me. She only pushed me. But it was nothing.
She half kills you, and you say it was only nothing. My dear, you must not be afraid to tell on her. We will see that she's never able to hurt you again. Come with me.
Where are we going?
First to a doctor and then to a lawyer.
What for?
She'll go to jail for this.
Look at you, sitting there yawning like an old tabby. They're going to hang you in 3 hours, and you take a nap.
Well, Napoleon always took a nap before a battle. That's why they called him Nappy.
But you're not even going to the battle.
No, I'm smarter than Napoleon. I'm staying away from my Waterloo.
Well, you won't laugh it off when you find out your minus your job and your pension. And if you don't defend yourself, don't expect anyone to do it for you.
It's time I was quitting anyway.
You don't mean that. That job's your life, and you know it.
Will you stop shouting?
I won't stop shouting, you sentimental idiot. You haven't a dollar to your name. Everything gone for one brat or another.
Who's sentimental now?
Oh, you make me sick. You've helped thousands, and now you're going over the hill with only your shadow for company.
And so what?
So what? I'll tell you what. You're going to that hearing, and you're going to tell the truth, and I'm going to see that you do it.
I can't tell the truth.
Oh, yes, you will.
No, Prudence. I can't tell the truth. I've had my career, I've lived my life, and here are these young people just starting out on theirs. I'd look well, wouldn't I, throwing that man and girl to the dogs, so that I could go on school momming for a couple more years?
Agatha, we've got to do something.
Yes, we have. Supposing you bring back some lamb chops for supper.
She's your friend, too. She's finished. She's cooked. 3 o'clock today. But maybe you can tell us what to do to help her. You're a horse. You got a horse sense. But what am I? How's Miss Stanton? Oh, it is a shame. I'm sorry.
Well, I'm afraid there's nothing we can do about it. Nellie, I suppose of all the people around here, you're the only one that's going to miss her. Are those brats still celebrating?
Yes, they're still jumping for joy. Oh, it is a shame. Come, I'll show you.
If you eat up the whole stocks, just so we catch one good idea how to help Miss Stanton.
I bet you we already had 1,000,000 ideas, Nicky.
Yes, but 1,000,000 ideas is not worth 1 cent, where one good idea is worth $1,000,000.
Oh, hello, Miss Matthews. We're trying to figure out a way to help Miss Stanton get out of her jam. Cheesecake here wants to take the blame for her.
Sure, I'll say I give Wetmouth a beating. I can do it to him in the reformatory standing on me head.
Nah, she won't stand for no lying.
That's right. And it'll make her so happy to know you care and you want to help her.
Yeah, but what can we do?
We'll make so much racket they won't hear a thing.
We can scare the life out of Wetmouth.
No. We can't do that. Causing an uproar or hitting Wetmouth would just make matters worse.
Yeah, I guess so.
We gotta do something, though.
But what?
Tain't right. Why don't they look at all the kids she was good to? Like me.
Children.
Yes.
I've got an idea, but we'll have to hurry because we've only got a couple of hours.
Well, what is it?
Where's your telephone?
What's at the front? There. Over there.
Let me have a nickel.
You bet I'll help. What would life be without her? Give me the motorcycle division. Pretty stiff issue to underwrite. Can we swing it? Who are you? What are you doing here?
I gotta see Phyllis Pierpont, quick.
Well, who are you? How'd you get in here?
Which one of you is the big shot banker?
See my secretary.
Listen, mister, you know Miss Stanton, the teacher?
Miss Stanton? Who is she?
Listen, mister, she's in awful bad. Honest. Oh, Ironside, she's a...
Oh, I remember.
Mister!
Ma'am, will you?
I won't. You gotta help. They're gonna fire the teacher.
Teacher? What teacher?
Miss Stanton, PS 137.
PS 137. That old law horse.
No, old Ironside.
Oh.
But your son did tell you that Miss Stanton administered the thrashing.
I have already sworn to that. And may I add that in spite of her treatment, he tried to shield her. Gallant little man that he is.
That's all. Thank you, Mrs. Braxton. You've heard the testimony of my client, as well as that of my other witnesses, who have stated clearly that prior to this last and most disgraceful infraction, Miss Stanton has been repeatedly and flagrantly contumacious.
I demand this masterpiece speak English.
Sit down and keep quiet.
Excuse me, please. He talking too much.
Miss Stanton, throughout the proceedings, you have made no move to contradict the assault charge. Prompted by the gravity of your situation, I urge you to offer something in your own defense.
May I merely say I have nothing to defend?
She beats my boy and calmly calls it nothing.
Oh, Ma. Well, he's got 2 strikes on you.
I told you so, but you insisted that I come here.
The evidence is conclusively overwhelming. I must move the board for a verdict.
Gentlemen, please, why don't you throw this woman's 35 years of service into the scales? You may find a just balance.
I'll take no further interference or delay. I demand that you pull the board.
You're quite right. This is no easy task that befalls us. I'm sure my fellow board members join me in deep personal regrets, but we are compelled to do our duty.
Prudence, here I go.
Hey, wait a minute. Hi, teacher. Look what I got.
Mrs. Most.
Look what I got.
Hello, Miss Ironsides.
I shall have to ask you
Mr. Pierpont, how do you do?
Oh, how are you, Dr. McIntyre?
Now that we have disposed of the amenities, may we,
We got him! Oh, boy, is he a truck driver.
Oh, it's Jim Butch.
C'est sport choosy.
Hello, teacher. Hello, teacher.
Jimmy?
I got a banker.
Weasel foot. Sport. It's good to see you. You're a big banker now, huh?
This demonstration is most improper. I must ask you...
Will you kindly sit down?
There's my seat right over there, the one that I sat in for years.
Please, take a seat.
Now I demand the board's verdict.
Wait, here's none of that.
I'm sorry, teacher. I'm late again.
Miss Harris, perhaps you prefer to sit here.
Oh, no thanks. I'll sit with my bones.
Hi, Cheesecake. I got a banker.
Oh, we got an actress.
Looky, I got the champion of the Royal.
Hello, teacher.
Maxie.
Come on, sit over here.
you? Why?
Maxie?
Sports, don't tut-tut to him. He's the world's champ.
Why are you people here?
Well, we got something to say.
Silence, you little...
Hey, pull in your neck. I'll talk. I'm not so little. The doctor is right. This whole setup is well, some screwy going on here. And that's why I both trained to come here. I guess you know who I am. And you can ask any sports writer, and he'll tell him Max Hanlon fights clean. I didn't know how I happened to come by it until today when this little squirt came up to me and told me old Ironsides was in a jam.
What is your point?
Just this. I've gone many a first round with her as a bantamweight. I know she's got what tough kids need. Do you know what she is? She's a fighter. Only she dishes it out according to the Queensberry rules. Well, I guess I said my speech. Thanks.
I gather from your jargon that you're here as a character witness.
That's why I'm here. My 2 cents worth is to ask you not to break a teacher like her.
All right, dude, get up and speak your piece. The best you got.
Sure, kid.
All right, go on.
May I say something?
Yes, Mr. Beerbaum.
I am also an old Ironsides alumnus and grateful for her guidance.
No more so than I.
So am I.
Yes, Miss Harriman.
I came to this school talking Demses and Deezes. Taught and inspired by old Ironsides, I left to make a career on the stage. I'm a little late, years late, but I want to thank her now.
If the honorable board pleases, all this is very interesting, in fact touching, but it in no wise controverts the testimony.
I counterworse you plenty. Listen to me.
Now, this teacher, she's a wonderful woman. You take this wet mouth. He's a skunk, no? Yes. But he's going to be good, man. Never no more be bad. Why? Because she give him a first-class good shellacking. You take the book, the laws, what he says in the back, page 417 in the quarter there. What he say? He says that the statutes, the in statutes, because and that's what I mean. I thank you.
All this is beside the point. I warn you, Dr. McIntyre, unless you reach a verdict, I shall carry this to the civil courts.
Please give her a chance to go on. She has years of fine work ahead. Look what she's done for all of us, for me. She paid for my training and brought me back here to be a teacher. Don't send her out in disgrace. Don't.
Ellen, there's no use. We can't help her. Miss Stanton, no matter what happens, you've shown me what a teacher's job really means. I thank you for that. And for Ellen, who's going to be my wife.
It has never been my good fortune to witness a demonstration like this. I'm sorry it can be of no avail. The charge remains uncontradicted. I am compelled to ask the board's verdict. Mr. Downey.
Guilty.
Mr. Stone.
Guilty.
Mrs. P.
Guilty. I gotta tell you something. Is it all right, teacher? I got all those bruises, black eye, and falling out of a transom. I was stealing the examination papers, and the teacher caught me. To get out of it, I made up a lie about the principal, a substitute teacher.
Well, as far as I'm concerned, the case is dismissed.
I agree with Mr. Twitchell. The case is dismissed.
Speech. Say something, Miss Stanton.
Yes, I have something to say now. This morning I was a very lonely old maid, feeling that I had given nothing and received less, and then you all came. And I looked round, and I figured that after all, maybe I did do a pretty good job.
You sure did.
Why, bless my soul, I have made a speech.